Welcome to Couve.com. I'm David Medore, and we have as our guests today Dave Rowe and Jim Howell. You both of you have worked for many years for TriMet. Jim, you are a transit designer, and you've been an architect for many years, and you're both and you've also, Dave, been working for 30 years for TriMet. You kept the trains going on time. You repair them when they break.
20 years with the trains.
So you have a lot of expertise sitting here. You guys have come up with a very low-cost, simple solution that provides light rail, that saves billions of dollars, that we can do most bang for the buck, and I want to be able to just get right into it to see what you guys have done. You guys have hit a home run. It's amazing to me. First, let's look at the problem as it stands today, because we have a simple thing that is called the S-curve along the Columbia River. This is Vancouver side over here. This is Hayden Island. And this is the current I-5 bridge. And we have a high span in that bridge. We're going to climb up here so that we can get some river traffic through here. And you guys created this graphic. Nice job. What we in the yellow line here is what we call the S-curve. When a barge is pushing traffic down the river, they can fit underneath this high span here. They'd like to continue to go straight down the middle of the river, but they have to do this S-curve. What's the problem with that?
Well, the river's running too swiftly. Why the tugboat operator is going to call for a lift rather than risk hitting the railroad bridge.
That's right. So when the river is flowing fast, this is 1 mile. This is the railroad bridge, and they have to make this quick curve and make it through this very tight space through here. So that's the existing problem. That's why we have this barge that could fit under here, and you said about 75%. I think we say 95% on here somewhere, but the vast majority of the river traffic can fit underneath here without requiring a bridge lift.
Right.
But they don't. And the reason why is because when they don't want to make this S-curve, so they end up calling for a bridge lift and fit underneath here and go straight down, because this turn, what do you call it? This
swing span.
Swing span. This swing span here is on the north shore of the Columbia River. So they call for this, and so they can make a nice straight shot here. That's why we have so many bridge lifts for barges. That's a problem, unnecessary, because it's not because the bridge is too low. It's because this bridge is
not built right.
It's not built right. So your solution here is to just simply add a lift span to the railroad bridge 1 mile west. Now you got this path where the river traffic can go right underneath the high span, right underneath, stay in the middle of the channel, clear this plenty room here, and you've got a straight shot, and this can stay closed. So, which is a fabulous solution. So simple. We don't do anything to this. Well, at least we don't have to. That's step one, and yet we've eliminated almost all the lifts. Okay, and guess what? We're not the first one to do it, right? Where did you say this was at?
It's on the Willamette River, just upstream from the St. John's Bridge.
Okay, so
on the same railroad tracks.
On the same railroad tracks.
Okay, so this is a real bridge. This is a rail bridge. It's a lift span, and this one you said was.
It's about 500 feet wide.
500 feet wide, and when you lift that up, it gives us
200 feet.
200 foot of clearance. And so this, how long did it take to put that in, and about how much did it cost?
Well, it was in $30-some million to build it, and then they replaced the center span in less than 72 hours.
In other words, this used to be just simply continuing across here.
It had a swing span in the middle, just like.
Okay.
And
so they took that section out, and they must have pre-built this.
Oh yeah.
And then put this in position, and within 3 days they took out the old, put in the new, and they had themselves a centered channel lift span, just like, in fact, even more so than what we would end up with on the Columbia River.
Exactly.
So this is already in the Willamette River, made in about 1980, and it cost about $30 million or $40-some million back then. So double it. So it's $80 million for us to do here. We've spent, what, 3 times that just simply, 2 times that just simply in plans. That doesn't work. Okay, so that's step 1. We can just simply do that. You eliminate most of the lifts.
Correct.
Okay, moving to phase 2. You've also hit a home run on this one. Here's what your plan is. It's amazing to me. This is Vancouver, this is Hayden Island, and the SR14, as it is now, all the dark blue is what is existing. So all you're proposing to change is what's in the orange, right?
And yeah, the black, I guess, around there.
Oh yeah, and a little bit of black here, dotted line. So right now, if people that want to go to the Portland or Hayden, or Hayden Island, they brake here for this very tight loop here, end up going like 20-some miles an hour. Actually, at this point, they have a traffic signal there, a metering signal, so you have to stop, and they jump right into freeway speed traffic without having any ramp-up speed. So what you're proposing here is you keep that same loop here, you come around here, and you don't get on the freeway there. Instead, you get on a, what do you call this?
It's an auxiliary lane.
But it's a local bridge.
Okay, so what you're proposing?
It's it's an auxiliary lane on the local bridge.
Okay, so you're adding a local bridge here, and the one lane of that is just simply an acceleration lane that merges onto the 5 freeway on Hayden Island here. So you can just simply go around this very low speed loop here, accelerate to freeway speeds, and get on the 5 here, merge onto the traffic there.
Correct.
Fabulous, I love that design. You can also, the current design will allow you to continue to get off at downtown Vancouver, but you also have something else, a couple other things going on here. You have this auxiliary bridge here will allow local traffic to go between Vancouver and Hayden Island. And so you've got 1 lane each direction there.
Correct.
And if you want to be able to have just all of this traffic that's on this bridge used to be here. So you've just unloaded the I-5.
With all the traffic that goes to Hayden Island, yes.
Yeah. And so you've got section A here and section B here. Let's take a look at A. This is a close-up of the Vancouver side. All the blue, existing dark blue, is no changes. It works just the same. But what you're doing here is adding this dotted line.
Actually, this is existing, and it's existing to here. It's new from about this point on over.
So you change half of the on-ramp, and instead of getting on the freeway here, you just simply go onto this new arterial here. And you also have something else going on here. This is existing Columbia Street, and you basically go underneath the railroad that's already there, and you bring those local traffic lanes across on this auxiliary bridge. So this auxiliary bridge is doing several things, amazing things. Low-cost, simple bridge. One, it serves as a freeway on-ramp, so you get rid of this stoplight here for the freeway. It brings Columbia Street straight across onto Hayden Island, and it also, this dotted line here, provides dedicated lanes for transit. And that transit can either be light rail or it could be buses. So you got 2 lanes, 1 for each direction there. And you've got some traffic signals here where C-Tran can come and either drop off their passengers here or pick up their passengers here. That's what this is, a one-way, existing one-way there, right?
Correct.
All this is at street level. And so you can either change this a little bit and that those buses can go straight across here for a dedicated bus lane either way, or this could be light rail. And if it is light rail, it's not light rail funded or paid for by Clark County. It's light rail that's just simply an extension of TriMet. They pay for it. They want light rail over here. It's their facility.
Correct.
In addition, on the other side of the river, this is the Hayden Island side. Here's your merging where you've got an acceleration lane that comes on, and now you're up to freeway speed. You can continue on to the 5. This is the existing on-ramp that also has 4 lanes here. But you're taking away this slow speed entrance here, on-ramp, and this slow speed exit here. So you freed up the 5 of both of these traffic congestors. And here's the other end here that just of the arterial that will extend Columbia Street to Hayden Island Drive here. I love this. This is great. And so this black here can be an extension of light rail, another light rail station here that can continue, the yellow line. Or this can be just simply buses where this light rail station here can just simply transfer from C-Tran buses to light rail, TriMet light rail there. Have I missed anything on these things?
No, I think you pretty well hit it.
Okay. This is your proposed bridge design. This is this arterial that carries the dedicated transit, 2 lanes of transit, the freeway on-ramp, and the local 2 lanes of Columbia Street traffic. And so what you're doing here is you're putting the high channel in the middle of the river, just like the current I-5. So that you straighten out that S-curve, eliminate most of the lifts, and you also add something here so that the high barges, if they won't fit under the I-5 high span or here, then you open this up.
That's for tall vessels.
Yeah.
And the barges, the tugboats and barges they can all fit under the high point of this bridge. There's no barges that can't fit under here.
Fabulous. So this doesn't put any height restriction, and neither does the turnstile. The only height restriction is the existing, 178 feet or something like that of the I-5 lift span?
Correct.
So we don't lose any height at all for river traffic. And this is, you've already got a bridge that's constructed very much like this. And where's that at?
In Washington, D.C. It's a freeway bridge. It's called the Woodrow Wilson Memorial Bridge. It's bigger than this. It's 12 lanes and carries 2 freeways.
So, wow! And this construction, this is you call this?
Well, this is just they could use various different styles. The segmental pre-stressed concrete box girder was suggested as a lower cost bridge by the expert review panel that looked over.
So it's a low cost, simple technology bridge, easy to make.
And it's straight, it's not curved.
And so you've got great sight distance and you've got very little vertical curve in it. So safety-wise, you're way ahead of what they have, of what the CRC current design is. And this is what you are proposing here, where you accommodate 17 feet here for pedestrians and bike lanes. That's pretty good. And you have your 2 lanes of local traffic. And here's your high capacity or your transit lanes. It could be either buses or light rail, 1 lane each direction, and your freeway auxiliary lane. This is where you can accelerate up and get on the 5 freeway as you got up from the 14. So this is an overview of what the current problem is and what problems you've solved. You've taken away this very slow speed on-ramp. You've taken away that slow speed on-ramp. You've taken away most of the bridge lifts here. So what problems haven't you solved here? And this is a overview of what you're proposing. We've looked at this one, but this is also a simple, short auxiliary access from Oregon mainland to Hayden Island, so that your I-5 is unloaded all the way around here.
And this bridge, by the way, is pretty much what's being proposed in the CRC, that little local
So that's
bridge.
already designed?
Pretty much.
Good. Well, I think that's pretty much, what a simple solution. You guys hit a home run. I would love to see the CRC bureaucracy take a look at this and say, what's wrong with this design? Low cost, simple, quick, easy, and it accommodates light rail. Even I could go for that if they pay for it. Any summaries you guys want to add to this?
No, I think you covered it pretty well. You said that you wish they would look at it. We wish they would too.
Well, let's see if they will. I think we'll have them look at it. Let's just. I would love to see you guys. Like to see why they can't do this. So thank you so much, guys. this cost, how much did this cost the taxpayers for you to come up with this design?
Nothing.
Nothing. Zero. You did this on your own
It's all
time.
volunteer.
And you're competing with this sophomoric monster of $160 million and counting that's too low. And I think you win. Okay. Thanks, guys.
let's hope so.
Well done. This is your work, and you deserve all kinds of credit.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right.